they get you a, $50,000, then they're going to charge you 7.5%. Is that right? Did
Yeah,
I say
that's
that
correct.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
So
and we only
guys,
charge the money on the back end, like the $1,000, that's to prep your file, onboard you, remove your inquiries, give you access to the school community. You're only
Mhm.
paying a percentage if you actually receive the funding. And I don't want you to think you sign up and you have to get funding. If you're like, you know what, I don't have a deal coming in right now. I don't need that funding. It's all good. What a lot of people do is they tap in, they join, they're like, all right, let me get all my bank accounts ready. So when I do have that deal, I can get the $100,000.
Yeah, so guys, basically, if you pay the 500, if you want to do everything yourself, but they do the credit repair for you, it's $97. Is that right? 97
That
for
is
that.
correct. 97 or 796 a year.
And they'll go do all the stuff, then you can go do it yourself, which is
Hmm.
just ridiculously cheap, guys.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go have them help you get the credit, you can pay $500 or 1,000. The 500, if you pay 500, you're going to pay 10% of everything that they get you. So if they get you 100 grand, they're going to charge you 10 grand. If they
Right.
get if you do the 1,000 up front and they get you 100 grand, you're going to get charged 7,500. So they're getting paid on their performance to get you more credit. Now, if you get $100,000, like explain, let's say that somebody pays the 1,000 and you get them 100 grand. Um, so that's 7,500 bucks. Tell them, like,
Right.
explain what you typically tell people, like, here's how that works.
Yeah, I mean it's you're exactly right, man. I mean you pay the percentage only when you receive the funding. But again, like to my example of, hey, I got the 50,000 with Chase. It's like you are starting on the precedent with these banks with the most funding possible. So year two, you don't have to work with me. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, you have to come back to me. No, you have the precedent of the highest approval possible. You can transfer that limit to another 0% interest card. So you're sort of setting the precedent of us instead of, hey, you fumbling through an application, you getting 10,000 bucks, and it's like, okay, now you're fighting against current, trying to raise that credit limit every 3 months. It's like, no, you're going in with the highest approval possible, and then that's your precedent moving forward to stay in 0%.
Yeah. So guys, okay, so let me explain something to you. If they get you 100 grand and it costs you 7,500 bucks, that's not cheap. But what can you make with the 100 grand?
Hmm.
Most of the time when you get a loan, guys, if you go get to a hard money lender and you get a loan, you get the loan and you make some money and you pay off the loan, you flip the house and pay off the loan, and you go get a new loan, now you get charged again.
Right.
What this is you're getting charged one time and you still have the 100 grand at the end. So you can go remake
Correct.
more money again. So again, there's a cost to these guys do a great business. There's a cost to do that. The better they do for you, they keep the same percentage, but they're getting paid on performance. But you only pay that once in a year. If you just said, "Hey, Miss Chase, I got 50,000. I want to call them up on the phone. I want to apply for a credit line increase." Yep, no problem. Now it's at 75,000. You don't go back and pay them on the extra 25, right? You don't.
Correct.
You're
And
right.
and I would also say, let's say you get the 100,000, you're like, all right, I get the feel for this, I get how it goes. You could just go straight to the community and take the data points of other funding plays. But what I don't want to see happen is you just go direct with no 97, no, fees, and then you're like Larry, who you get a denial when you could have got $100,000.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So guys, I asked, I said, what are you seeing with new clients? And again, that's a tough question to answer because some people, they're on all the different scale, but they do get a lot of clients between 50 and 200,000
Hmm.
bucks.
Hmm.
And that's some serious capital to go work with on buying deals. Again, if when you go to pay that 7,500, you're gonna pay it right against the card. Okay, so
Right.
they're gonna charge that card to pay the 7.5%, and then you're gonna go out and take that money 0%. So unshare your screen real quick, guys. I wanna explain something really important to these guys. I want you to everybody listen to me for a second. If you go out and borrow $100,000 to go do deals, and you do it where you're buying a deal and the credit card's paying you 20%, how much money do you pay on 20% for 100 grand if it takes you, let's just say it takes you 6 months to do the deal? What's that? What's the cost? $100,000 at not 0%, but just 20%. What are you paying? What is that? 20% would be 10 grand. Okay? $10,000. But if you do this at 0% and you pay to get you the 100 grand at 0%, it's still 7,500 for the whole year. And you can return that money twice. Does that make sense,
Mhm.
everybody? Do the math on what it's costing you. Don't worry, don't think about the 7.5%. Think about the 0% funding and what you're saving by churning that money throughout the year. Okay, hopefully that makes
Correct.
sense for everybody. Guys, I made a lot of money with credit cards over the years. You know, I've got a credit card that's got $100,000 limit. I got some 50,000s. Um,
And there's so many ways to negate it. It's like, okay, I know we're hyper, a lot of people are hyper focused on the fee, but it's like, okay, on all these things, you're getting credit card points. I save at least $20,000 a year on flights. Boom, that's off the table. Or,
mhm.
this money is all unsecured. A lot of people will get a HELOC. Well, guess what? It's, 3 points from the credit union, and then you're paying 8% for the fee, and then it's attached to the asset. So God forbid your property, it's not going so well. Then you lose your primary residence. I had my screen shared for this guy. Just real quick to put in perspective, his name is.
Yep.
He got funding from us about a week ago. This guy right here, where's his name? Yeah, he got $75,000 from Chase at 0%. I think in total he got about 220 from us in about a 3 week span. He's a developer in Dallas area, building from scratch. And I explained the whole thing for him. It's like, yo, man, you have that 75,000 now as the precedent. Next year, when you don't need me, even if you like, let's say you use this, you flip it into a property and you pay it down to zero. Next year, when I'm not involved, let's say he gets a $10,000 approval, he transfers the limit onto that next card. That next year he'll have $85,000 for free at 0%, which we're not charging a percentage on. So that's what I mean about we're getting your precedence of your approvals as high as possible. So on the next year and the next year and the next year, you're starting as high as possible at 0%.
Let's take a few questions,
Yeah, let's
because I
do it,
know
man.
there's a
Yeah.
bunch down there, and I always try to answer all the questions before I bail, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can just run
Shout
through
out to
them.
Brett Ladoff. I always put Johnny Hamcheck in the as the example. It's a sort of an
Yeah,
inside joke from TikTok.
yeah. Who's running this?
Who's running the? Oh,
Hey,
yeah, yeah. I got a funny story, man. You will not. I'll send you this Instagram. So one of those people on his videos, like those random people,
yeah.
I hired one of them because everyone in the comments like, "Yo, this is the sales guy. This guy's super talented." I hired someone off a Johnny Hamcheck video, so I'll send
That's
you the
cool.
video. It's actually pretty crazy.
Start with favor. Start with Sean Allen. He's got a really good question.
Sean
He's
Allen.
Canadian.
Yeah,
Can you?
oh, Canadian. Oh,
Mhm.
I know. Canadian. Where is it? I don't see Sean Allen. Okay, Sean
It
Allen.
says.
Can you speak to what you can do for an ITIN for Canadian owning a new American corp, and what is the cost for your service? So, Sean, that is sort of a newer thing we're doing with the ITINs. So, you're sort of getting in at a good time where usually that will be a lot more expensive because it's a longer process, man. We need to truly build out your file from square one. That's more of like a 4 to 5 month process of building out your ITIN, but you're sort of getting us at an early time where we want to stack wins and testimonials to our ITIN program. There's now 3 people within my organization, two from Colombia, one from the Philippines, that I've sponsored to get ITINs themselves. They've learned how to do it themselves, and now they're working with people directly to build out their ITIN to get them funding. Who's great for ITIN? American Express, Chase, Citizens. So Sean, if you're an ITIN, that's great news for you because we're right now we're kind of just doing it at cost to get the testimonials. We'll work with you directly to build out your file and get you access to funding.
It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
there was a
that's
guy
pretty
I told
crazy.
you. Yeah, yeah,
I
it
didn't.
is crazy. That's $100 million company that we're gonna build for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
It's wide open.
yeah.
Um,
How long did it think it'll take you to go from 1.5 to 3 mil?
and what in revenue?
No, in
Oh, and
opening.
funding. It will be a lot of approvals, and there's a really good question there from Paul Powell that I'm going to answer. Really good one. Oh my God, I'm going to add so much value to your life, Powell. But probably by the end of the year. because a lot of
Huh?
them will be non-UCC, which I can probably squeeze out like 100,000 from each bank, and then I'm gonna have to go UCC, which will be probably from Flagstar. I have some insiders there, and I'll probably get 500,000 from them. But I want to
Yeah.
answer this question from Powell because it's a very good question. He says, I have two UCCs on my business credit already from TD Bank and Chase. Am I out of luck? You are not. So again, a UCC, guys, how you have to look at it, it's a lien on your business. It's the same thing as having a mortgage on your property. You can't get more than one first position mortgage. So TD Bank and Chase, so TD Bank, they put a UCC on you regardless. If you borrow $1 from them, they put a UCC on you. Believe it or not, I have a line of credit from from Chase, or sorry, from TD for $40,000 on an LLC I don't really use anymore. So how do you get rid of a UCC? You have to get a larger line of credit to pay that down. Now I love Chase Bank for the business credit cards, but they above $50,000 they'll put a UCC on you for a line of credit. So I don't use them for lines of credit. So Powell, how we're going to get rid of that is we're going to get you a larger line of credit, and you're going to get that. Let's say you get $100,000 from Flagstar. You're going to take that $100,000 and you're going to pay off those at closing. So those UCCs get paid off at closing. Now you have a $100,000 line of credit, and now you don't have a UCC on you. You
Slick.
follow me there? And here's another thing for you, for all you guys, just another like little tip. QuickBooks, believe it or not, QuickBooks has given me over $300,000. They gave me a $150,000 term loan, $70,000 line of credit, and a couple different other lines of credit, all by just me processing my money through QuickBooks. So when I bill someone, I bill through QuickBooks. QuickBooks sees that and they give me a merchant cash advance. And I know when you hear that, that's like typically really bad money, that gross like 50, 60, 70%. We don't do any of that, but the merchant cash advance is 10% over the year. So it's the best possible merchant cash advance that you could get.
Mhm.
Um, Actually, the line of credit is the term loan is 9%. So for anyone who's doing a lot of numbers and they want to get more lending, process your money through QuickBooks and they'll give you lines of credit. And they'll build out your business credit that way.
Hmm. Let's
Um,
let's get to
yeah.
another couple questions here.
Yeah, I was working on getting a term loan for our business. The company is reputable, but they said 0% is not an option for me. Are these cards based off credit score or business revenue? These are based off of completely credit score. They're based off completely off credit score. So a term loan, by the way, it's never going to be at 0%. The business credit cards will be at 0% because again, the way that the bank thinks is okay, a term loan, they're just giving you cash. They're giving you whatever 100 G's. That's going to have an interest rate. But the hack sort of there is you can get 0% money and then you can liquidate it for 3%. So you're getting cash for 3%.
Hmm.
If we get 100,000, it costs me 7,500. If we pay that balance off and use that 100K 4 or 5 times throughout the year, do we get charged 75 every time we use the entire 100K? No, it's a one-time fee. That's a great way to think about it, Jim. You get the 100,000, you pay it off. It's a one-time thing.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of people? Let's say that you crush it for somebody and you get them 100 grand. They pay the 7,500 bucks. Do they say, "Hey, I got it from here. I'm gonna go do this myself," or they say, "Hey, you guys are just make it easy and I'm just gonna keep working with it." How does that usually work?
Yeah, that we people tend to work with us consistently
Yeah.
because it's and I've talked about this very little, but like not only are we getting them access to the funding, we're removing their inquiries. So they could hit me up in 3 months. Hey man, I
Uh,
just refinanced my portfolio. I got 6 inquiries from shopping around. Can you remove those? Yeah, sure, no
uh.
problem. I already have all your data. Which by
Do
the
you
way
do you
is yeah.
do you
Go ahead.
do you find that? Sorry, I got a million things
No,
going.
no,
I'm
yeah, go, dude.
terrible
Yeah.
at
No,
interrupting, but
no, dude, run it.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm like one of those guys that if I don't say it, I forget. But on the
Same.
inquiries, Experian's pretty easy to get rid of. What about
Yep.
the TransUnion and Equifax?
TransUnion is about a week. Equifax about 2 weeks.
How
But
are
again,
you?
that accurate? Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, that's good. So you can still get rid of them. It just takes a little bit
Hmm.
more time. What if somebody has? I mean, there's nothing you can do if somebody has a bankruptcy, is there?
No, we remove bankruptcies pretty
Okay,
consistently. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What
And again,
about?
I'm not sitting about, oh yeah, join our program, it'll be gone in 35 days. That's not what
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 months, I'd say. Yeah,
What if
dude. Yeah, go ahead.
What if somebody has, I'm just trying to shotgun a bunch of questions off the
Yeah,
top of my
go.
head, just in case. What if somebody has what if somebody has a lot of high use on their credit cards? How do you handle that situation?
Yeah, so it's on the personal side. There's a couple different things you can do. So number one, hey, pay off your credit cards. If I get
Mhm.
if that's not an option, let's say you're it's usually a scenario where like, yo, I have some money, but I don't have it all. So I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
you need to know, okay, this card reports on the 7th. This card reports on the 15th. This card reports on the 21st. Use the 10,000 you have or whatever it is, put it on that card. Get that to report. Okay. Liquidate the money back off the card. Use the next, use that money again to pay off this card. Okay, take it off the card again, use it to pay off that card because the card only reports once a month. So it's very much about understanding
Oh,
uh
it's a timeline game.
yeah, understanding when the date is of when the
Hmm.
card reports.
And then you guys are going in there and finding the applying at the time that like they're all like paid off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, we
Got
got a 3-day window here before this next card reports. No, honestly, that's how it happens a lot. So,
And
you
then
know,
once you get the 0%, then all of a sudden now you go and you can go put that on those other three cards or whatever. And
correct.
right, I
Yeah,
got you.
or honestly, it could be a personal loan. It's okay if they have maxed out cards on a 1-year term at 25%. Hey, we can't get the business credit card yet. Let's get you a $50,000 personal loan at 7% over 5 years. So your payment's $600 a month. Let's use the rest of that cash and the rest of those cards. So those are just down to zero. And again, a personal loan doesn't have a utilization. It's not held against you in that way.
Right, got it. It's good
Yeah.
stuff. A lot of
Yeah.
little guys. The game, the credit game is just that. It's a game. It's a
Hmm.
game. It's a game, and there's a lot of rules, and those rules change over time. You know.
Correct. Correct. That's all facts. Like yeah, Citizens, that's a good one. This is $35,000 at 0%. This is my only actually maxed out card right now because the promo period ends in like 5 months. So I'll just pay that down to zero in 5 months. And then I'll go
Hmm.
back to Citizens and be like, hey, how about that one of my other LLCs? I just proved that I could pay it back. Let me get another
Yeah.
35,000 at 0%. But again, the verification is a lot easier because they know I'm real because I've spent the last 12 months paying the card off.
Hmm. I hear a lot of noise in the news right now about Amex cutting people's credit limits. I haven't seen that with mine, but have you heard? Are you hearing anything about that, or is that just noise?
Nah, yeah, like I sort of alluded to earlier, it's like the same thing with Trump saying they're going to put the fees down to 10%. People, and
Yeah.
a bunch of other like business funders, oh, it's tightening up about. I'm like, I used to listen to that stuff. And then, like, for example, last June, there was some big thing, oh, Chase is making some changes, blah, blah, blah. And I listened to it for like a second, but then I'm like, no, I've been doing this long enough. I make changes based on reality. For any time I'm spending thinking about that and not acting in abundance, then I'm not getting funding approvals from my clients. If it
Love that.
changes, hey, we'll make the change then. But if I'm just focusing on headwinds and things that haven't actually happened yet, then I'm just distracting myself.
Yeah, love that. Love that thought. Well, cool guys. I don't know if we had I think we covered most of the questions here. Claire, when you transfer the limit, the original card does not close. You leave $1,000 on that.
Yeah, you could
Um,
leave it open too, because that's building business credit, believe it or not.
so Jim, I think we answered yours. The NAICS code for real estate investors. I use construction because I have a GC license, so I use a lot of the construction stuff, but I don't know if you
I
recommend
would say,
something.
Matt, you can do that because I'm sure you have a lot of money flowing through it. I would say do not do construction
Yeah.
from like a general set. Because, and again, the bank is a person. Construction seen as high risk. People have gone way over. Construction workers have ran off and they haven't, paid for whatever deposits. So you can do it because you have strong deposits. You've been with these banks for years. But I would generally say, like, for example, consulting is always a good one. Like I'm talking to you
Mhm.
guys. It doesn't cost me any money to talk to you guys right now. So they like
Mhm.
consulting. I would say technical consulting. If you're in real estate, hey, property management is a lot better than some other options in real estate.
So consulting, marketing,
Yeah. Yeah, marketing can
marketing.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's getting a little tired from internet gurus. A lot of people have just been telling people to do marketing for a long time. So I always try
Yeah.
and switch it up. And again, they
Yeah.
use AI. It's like we've noticed that, people are like, oh, I just want to do a super high, revenue, annual stated revenue. But now they're using AI. It's like, okay, your LLC is 6 months old. The Bureau of Statistics says for that industry, you're likely making this much money. If you're stating that you're making $2 million after 6 months, the likelihood of that being true is extremely low. So a lot of our clients have been getting larger approvals by doing smaller stated income.
Yeah, I run into that problem. If I state my actual income, then
Right.
denied.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to
They
lie
probably
and
don't
say
believe
it's
you.
lower. Um, one last question, then we'll let guys. So Brett said one question to expand on reporting. Where can we see each card reports on which dates? That's just on their statement.
Yeah. We'll say a credit reporting date.
Hmm.
Credit reporting date.
So you always pay your card guys not on the due date, but when it report like on the
Right.
date the statement ends 2 or 3 days before that.
Correct. Correct. And guys, don't pay a day of or the day before because these credit bureaus, they aren't perfect. Maybe they mess up the reporting and then we have to wait another month. Pay it
Mhm.
3 to 4 days before.
Well, cool. I appreciate it. We just went an hour and a half,
Let's
which I don't know
go.
if I've ever done on Deal Lab, but I think people are loving. Were you guys loving it? Was it good? Did you get a lot out of this? I think everybody did. So, guys, you have that link in there. If you want, click that link. You can go to the school group, or you can get a hold of Evan's team. I'm actually going to be having Evan do all this for me personally.
Let's do it.
So, we're going to be getting started with him probably either this week or next. So anyway, you guys, I hope you got a lot out of it. Everybody tell thank you, please, because he just crushed it for us. Getting this credit, guys, is a big deal. It's like having phantom liquidity. So appreciate you, man. You did great. We
Yeah.
all enjoyed it. So we'll be
No, I
back in
really appreciate you having me on. Brett says Balboni Financial. Let's go.
touch.
And I would say, guys, just even if you're not ready to make any steps, which is okay, I'm no pressure. Just put in your information so you're at least in our ecosystem and we can stay in touch. We also have a free group as well. Admittedly, it's a bunch of crabs in a bucket, a bunch of people like going. It's hard to maintain 20,000 random people. So just with that 97, there's a lot more of a barrier to entry. But definitely, yeah, we're happy we're here. And like I said, anyone that works with us, I will get you your personal, your business side. So there's stuff on there that you probably wouldn't even know about. There's, your previous addresses all the way back to your birth, any speeding tickets from 2002. Maybe you had some identity theft issues that you don't even know about. Like you really got to know. Very frequently, people are surprised when they get the report back of what shows up there. So that in and of itself is worth $97.
Found my 1990 my only speeding ticket, which was 1995. It's been 31 years.
95. I was 1 year old,
I've
but I was
I,
still
I've been
watching.
I've been pulled over a lot since then, so I'm pretty good at negotiating my way out of it. So
Love
anyway,
it.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Hope you guys got a lot out of it. Evan, thanks a lot. We'll be in touch, okay?
Yeah, 100%. I'll just draw my Instagram if people want to tap in with me
Yeah.
there. And man, I love the content on Facebook, bro. I like those. I like the posts.
That's we have fun doing that. So
Cool.
all
All right,
right, well
guys, thank you.
you guys have a good rest of your week. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see
All
you.
right.